All she ever wanted was to be loved. She had been loved by her family and her friends, but what she wanted more than anything was for someone to love her the way that they couldn't. Despite not knowing the feeling, she believed love was the most powerful thing someone could feel. To be loved for her meant to be safe, happy, and above all else free. Why it meant this, she didn't know, but it was all that mattered. Every night, she would fall asleep hoping for this feeling. She would dream of the love she craved. She would tell herself that one day, it won't just be that, a dream. Every morning she would wake, feeling like she had lost it. She would keep her eyes closed, trying to hold on to it, this feeling she wanted so badly. But what she didn't know was that love wasn't just this feeling. Love was so much more. It meant more. Throughout the years, in the random bars, with the random guys, she would look at them and think, will they be it? Is this it? Is this how I meet the one who will show me I was right about love? But of course, they never were. She never gave up though. Each failure brought her closer to finding him, or so she told herself that. When she met him, she started to give up on her fantasy. It was no longer her priority. She had so many other things fulfilling her that being loved became an afterthought. Deep down, she still had hope, but she began to think that maybe being loved by all of the people in her life was enough. He was just another random guy, in a random bar, but this time she didn't see him as a future contestant pining for her heart. She just saw him for what he was, a bit of fun. She would never have believed it if she knew what meeting him would do to her, how it would change her. He wasn't as random as people had been in the past, he knew her. She knew him too, but not how she would in the months that followed. She sidestepped the thought of him as someone that might love her because she was too focused on someone else when she first saw him. But that was about to change. He saw her. He wasn't like the others who came and went. Literally. He wanted more. He wanted her. She didn't know it at the time, but she learned that when he wanted something, he always got it. And so, he pursued her. Even at this point, she hadn't started to imagine that this could be the one to give her what she always wanted. Her mind was completely distant from what used to be a constant thought. He was there, and so she let him be there. He did everything that she always wanted, but she still wasn't in it. Her heart wasn't ready to see that. With time, she got used to him. She started to rely on him. He became her best friend. He made her laugh. She loved to laugh. When she realized that she was living her dream of being the most important person in someone's life that wasn't her parents, it hit her. This was it. People had always told her that love finds you when you least expect it, but she never believed that it would sneak up on her the way that it did. She looked at him and she realized she was in love. It wasn't the magical feeling that she always expected, but it was love. It was a moment she would never forget. The moment she let herself be safe with him, be free. She was happy. She had been happy before, but this was different. This to her felt like bliss. The unfortunate thing about bliss is that most of the time, it's ignorant. The moment that she would cherish for the rest of her life, the time she finally understood what love was, would soon become a sad memory, but she was too happy to see what was coming next. You become powerless when you love someone, and they know you love them. She didn't think that was a bad thing at the time. Being vulnerable and honest felt like the safest thing for her then. All she could see was light. There were no dark clouds around her like there had been in the past. Until the moment she realized that he didn't love her. She will tell herself that she should have known, should have seen it coming. She will never ignore her gut again. She will tell herself that there was a reason it took her so long to open up to him. It wasn't that she had given up on her dream, it was that he wasn't the one. He made her love him. He told her he loved her too, but he never did. From the day they met, it was all about him. What he wanted. He did want her, that part she knew was true, but she also knew that once he got what he wanted, it didn't seem as valuable anymore, and so just like that he left. He left her broken. He ruined her idea of love. To love was to be used. She realized, she knew what loving someone felt like. It was being loved that she didn't understand. He thought he broke her, and he was right. What he didn't know was that she had been broken before, and this time, she knew how to put herself back together. She's glad that she met him. She's grateful to have loved him. More than anything, she is happy to have lost him. She finally understood what being loved felt like, and it turns out all she needed was herself.